Just joined the gym. I like that. But one thing I don't like is that first day at the gym. They ask you all those personal questions to get to know you. They're like, so what's your current workout like? My current workout's basically I read my phone in bed until my arms get tired. That is my workout. That's why I'm here. Just went to my class reunion. I've been to 3 class reunions now. I think I've enjoyed each one a little bit more than the previous one. Not so much because where I'm at in life, but where my friends' kids are now in life. Because at my 10-year reunion, everyone had small kids. So they were still proud of them. And they loved bragging on them. I was like, hey, do you have kids? Yes, I do. His name is Kevin. He's super smart. He's in the 99th percentile of his reading group. His teachers already think he's a genius. Where are they looking at colleges? Maybe Harvard, maybe Yale, I don't know. Like, geez, I got it, all right. At my 20-year reunion, I was like, hey, so how's Kevin? Doing all right. He's doing all right. We're looking at University of Phoenix. Maybe DeVry, something like that, stay close to home. Then at my last reunion, I was like, hey, so how's Kevin? Man, we're just taking it day by day. Just got out of rehab, and the probation officer said maybe truck driving school's in his future. See your Predators hat? Nashville Predators fan over here? I'm a big Predators fan. Yeah. But I realized this, you wear a Predator shirt in Nashville, people knows what that means. In other cities, not so much. Me and my buddies with Chicago, we're walking down the street, and I'm wearing a shirt that says, proud to be a Predator. Yeah. I didn't even catch on. Some guy there walking down the street with his wife and kids, he's like, hey man, are you a Predator? He was wearing a Chicago Blackhawks hat, so I thought he was just talking trash. I was like, heck yeah, I'm a Predator. I've been one all my life. I'm a Predator. My dad was a Predator. My uncle, he was a big Predator. You better watch out, buddy. We're coming after you guys. Not smart. I do travel a lot for comedy, all over. So I haven't been internationally performing. Only time I've been out of the country, I don't usually talk about this. I've been on one mission trip, but I usually talk about it because it was to Australia, which my friends quickly told me is not a real mission trip. Apparently, if you don't go to a third world country, it doesn't count in their eyes. They think I had it easy because they went to like Honduras and Nicaragua and places like that. They think I had it easy because I was in Australia. I think they had it easier. I think it's much harder for me. You go to a third world country, if you bring food and clean drinking water, that's all they need. That's all. You're a god to them. It's easy to convert people in third world countries. I was in Sydney, Australia, one of the wealthiest cities in the world. You know how hard it is to convert people to Christ when they're doing better than you are? I'm knocking on people's door like, first of all, this is a lovely house you have. I'm really impressed. If you have a few minutes, I'd like to sit down with you and tell you how Jesus Christ changed my life. And if you have a few more minutes, I'd love to sit down with you to see how maybe you could help change my life. Because you're clearly killing it. Much better than me. He's gotten me in the afterlife, but you could really help me now. So I had to stop tithing at my church so I could still make my payments to christianmingle.com. Still giving to my church, just $19.99 less a month now. I think it all goes to the same place. But the ad says, God wants to find you your perfect match. But I hope it's God that's not doing the finding. Because they convinced me the best thing I needed is a 12-month membership. That's basically God saying, I can raise my son from the dead in 3 days, but it's going to take me at least a year to find you a date. I think eHarmony's trying to get rid of me. They were all excited to have me when I signed up 16 years ago. I was one of their charter members. They were going to change my life. They used to give me subtle hints on ways to improve my matches. They were like, how about you be willing to expand the range that you would drive to meet your true love? And now they're like, what about dudes? Because we are out of ideas here, buddy. We're throwing things against the wall to see what sticks. What I've learned is people say, Brian, you're a comedian. Girls like funny guys. Yeah, girls like cool funny. They don't like creepy funny. And there's a difference, and every girl here knows that. I'll give you an example. The other night, me and my buddy talking to these two girls after the show, he introduced himself. His last name's Bond. So one of the girls says, Bond? Like James Bond? He said, that's right. How about you come back to my place and I'll make you a martini. Shaken, not stirred. She laughed, and he was in, because that's cool funny. Then I looked at the other girl, and I said, well, my last name's Bates. Like Norman Bates. Want to come back to my place and take a shower? She did not laugh. And neither did her friend. Because that's creepy funny. This doesn't help my cause either. I was recently diagnosed with sleep apnea. If you don't know what that is, that's when you stop breathing while you sleep, causing you to constantly wake up during the night. So the solution for this is a mask called a CPAP. Now, that's not the funny part. It's a real condition. But I was pretty bummed when I had to get this. My buddy who wears one tried to cheer me up. He's like, look, man, I wear it. It's no big deal. I was like, yeah, it's no big deal to you because you were married. You've been married, and you're going to stay married now no matter what you wear to bed. I'm still single. I'm still out there trying to make it happen. What happens if I do meet a girl go back to her place? She comes to the bedroom wearing something more comfortable. I come in and go like Hannibal Lecter. She's like, where should we start first? I'm like, well, first one needs a wall outlet, so... Honey, we're going to need to stay over here, pretty close to this wall tonight. Unless you have an extension cord. But I did meet a girl one night for a show. She came back to my place. I was like, look, I know we just met, but I have this thing called sleep apnea. I have to wear this mask or I could stop breathing. She was really cool about it, though, really cool. She said, that's cool. She said, we'll just do a little role playing. She said, you can be a fighter pilot, and I'll be your wingman. But here's the thing, she was really into the dirty talk. I'm no good at dirty talk. I was just trying to keep up. She said, I'm going to call you Chuck Yeager because you got the right stuff. I'll call you Amelia Earhart because you'll never be seen again. Oh boy, that did not come out right. She said, let's try this again. I'll call you Maverick because you got the Top Gun. I said, oh, okay, I'll call you Goose because you... No, wait, he dies in the end too. I really need to think these through. Oh, you're leaving now? Well, I would walk you out, but I'm plugged in back here, so... People often ask me, what's the worst you ever bombed? What's the worst you've ever been heckled? For me, it was probably on the same show. When I first started doing comedy, I was asked to perform for a group of cancer patients. Now, I was very sensitive about this because I have a history of cancer in my family, but the guy who put on the show was like, don't worry, man. They're a great crowd. They'll love to have you. He said, in fact, they have such a good sense of humor, you should write some jokes about cancer. Yeah. Where were you guys then? I could have used you for some advice. I was like, all right, man, I'll do it as long as afterwards I can go up to them and encourage them. Say, hey, man, hang in there. I'm praying for you. Things will get better. He's like, yeah, man, sure, don't worry. They'll be ready to laugh. Folks, they were not ready to laugh because I was terrible. I was bored, boring them. One guy in a wheelchair just rolled away, just left, just got out of there. It was going so bad for me, I thought, I better launch into my cancer material. So I was like, hey, folks, you know what the worst thing is about having cancer? Immediately, a guy sitting in the back said, yeah, having to sit through this. The crowd went wild. They loved it. They're high-fiving the guy. What can I say? Nothing. I just had to do my time, bomb, and get off stage. It was so bad that when the show was over, they came up to me and said, hey, man, hang in there. We're praying for you. Things will get better. Folks, I'm Brian Bass. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night.